could go back to college and take out loan money to support the family. So I drove an hour and a half one way, took a full load of classes, finished my undergrad, wasn't sure what I was going to do, and then my professors told me to go on to grad school. I ended up teaching there for 13 years. So I had a big why. It was I wanted to raise my kids. I wanted to be home with my kids. So I ended up taking classes that normal people wouldn't take, medieval literature and things that the classes just don't fill because it's like a foreign language. That ended up being my emphasis, by the way. And so my biggest challenge here, let me link that. My why was important to me then, was to raise my kids, to be able to be home when they were home from school. And I knew that if I could help them develop their talents, money can come and go in life, but no one can take away your skills. So what I had a big epiphany at here is that, what was my why? My why was supporting myself. That just wasn't a big enough why for me. And I could see everybody else being successful and moving, and I'm kind of like stuck here at this, and not really moving fast enough. And I'm thinking, what's the matter? I want it, I'm working. And then I did the work that you heard Bob Proctor talk about. He calls it paradigm shift. I talk about, getting rid of the old tapes that have been buried in our subconscious. So I really worked at plugging those out, pulling those out. But you have to replace them. And what do you replace them with? This is where you have to make a commitment, because you have to be conscious. You have to know what you're doing. You have to replace them with a habit. So I decided I'm going to have different habits. Now, one of my blocks has been, can you be a good person and be wealthy? And I didn't really realize that was a block. And I've always been kind of a people pleaser, and it's easier for me to give sometimes than to receive. So now I realize, okay, you can be both. You can be a good person, and you can build financial security at the same time. It's not one or the other, but that was a block I had. Another block that I just got over today was receiving, and this is the biggest part. If you want to grow a business and you want to really help other people, there's a flow in giving and receiving. I stopped it. After I gave, I didn't receive. One of my business partners bought me one of my favorite candy bars, and I'm like, oh, no, I'll get that for myself. No, don't do that. I could not receive that as a gift, and it really hit me. If I can't receive a candy bar, how in the world can I receive any of the other blessings that God has for me? All this abundance, if I'm not willing to receive. So today, when I went to lunch with Julie, she bought lunch and shared her sandwich, and I took the other half. So, you know what? I've done it. I've overcome that block. So that's what I just want to reach out to those of you out there that might have blocks too, and you're wondering, I want it, I can't do it. Listen to what Bob Proctor has said. Do the work. Start creating new habits, because you can't change those tapes if you don't put a new habit in there that'll change it.
Thank you so much.